Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get AetherSX2 up and running on Launchbox for Android. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, for those of you who are unaware, Launchbox is a front end for your emulators. At a really high level here, it's basically a program that sits in front of your emulators that helps you organize your game collection and make things look beautiful. If you want to learn how to use Launchbox, I've done a tutorial and I'll drop it in the description below. Now, a number of people have been asking me, how do you get AetherSX2 up and running with Launchbox? And here is just one example. I will say right now the process isn't necessarily smooth, but it does kind of work. In this video, I'm using the free version of Launchbox, but it works the exact same on the paid version, and I have both and I've tested both out here. The first thing you want to do is check out the burger menu on the top left-hand corner, and from here select Import Games. From here we have to do a few different things, but the first thing to do is specify where you keep your PS2 games, so click on Folder of Games to import. Now once you selected the folder where you keep your PS2 games, if you keep your PS2 games in separate little subfolders just to help organize things, make sure you check off Import Games from subfolders of the selected folders, and then that way it'll pick up every single one of your games. For me, I just dump everything into one folder, so I don't need to check this option. From here, the next step is to select Platform for Imported Games to let Launchbox know we're importing PS2 games. Towards the bottom of the list, you'll see Sony PlayStation 2. Go on ahead and select it. Once that's done, go on ahead here and click Proceed with Import. The import process might take a bit of time depending on how many games you have, but when everything is all said and done, you should see PS2 right on the main menu of Launchbox. Go ahead and select it. From here, select the burger menu in the top right-hand corner. Then select Emulator Settings. From here, click on Default Emulator. Now, depending on which version of Launchbox you're using, you might actually see AetherSX2 in this list, in which case you should select it. But the version that I'm using here, and the current version at the time of this video, does not have AetherSX2 in this list. We have to select Custom Emulator. From here, there are two fields we have to change, and that's Custom Emulator Package Name and Custom Emulator Activity Name. This is what it looks like from default. So here's what you should change it to. For Custom Emulator Package Name, it's xyz.aethersx2.android. For Custom Emulator Activity Name, it's xyz.aethersx2.android.mainActivity. And I will leave these in the description below so you can just reference them or copy and paste them. Now, at the time of filming, unless I'm wrong here, there's nothing to put into Custom Emulator ROM path key. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments below. But if I'm not mistaken here, Launchbox and AetherSX2 handle this field a little bit different. So if you try to put something in here, it might break things. In this video, I'm just going to leave it at empty. And from here, the next button to click is Verify Configuration and make sure everything is A-OK. If you've done everything correctly up to this point, it should say Success, confirm that Custom Emulator is installed and ready to be launched. And if you want to double check, just click Open Custom Emulator and that should boot up AetherSX2. And if AetherSX2 boots up, you're pretty much good to go. There's not much else to do. Now, one of the big drawbacks to this method is the fact that when you boot up a game, it just boots up AetherSX2. At this point in time, Launchbox and AetherSX2 don't necessarily talk the best to each other, and there is a bit of miscommunication. So yeah, every time you try to boot up a PS2 game, it's just going to bring you to the main menu of AetherSX2, but at least it boots up AetherSX2. Now, I'm fairly confident that at some point here, Launchbox will be updated to fully integrate with AetherSX2. At this point, they don't necessarily talk the best to each other, but hopefully that changes in the future, in which case this video would be outdated. And I say this in pretty much all of my AetherSX2 videos, but just remember that AetherSX2 is still technically in beta or even could be classified as alpha. It's still very early on in development, things are still relatively new, and I wouldn't expect everything to work seamlessly just yet. But anyways, that is all I've got for this video. Hopefully it was helpful for you. Let me know your thoughts about Launchbox and AetherSX2 in the comments below. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.